And welcome to another episode of Cannabis and Coffee with LaTosque. I am sitting here with CiCi, and CiCi is from what's your name of your blog, please?
The CiCi sound.
The CiCi Sound.
Yes.
Now, real quick, I want you to give the people a quick overview of your history and what do you do in music, because we met working for Live Nation.
Yes, you
And
did. Oh my God. I still miss it so
yeah,
much.
it was an amazing experience and one of the best times I've had out here in
Yes.
Arizona. Um, but we also started connecting on another tip was because we both have another interest outside of working for music, but
Mhm.
also creating music. It, could you give the people a quick detail on what do you do and what's your background in music?
Yeah, I have been playing guitar since I could first pick it up at like 6 years old. I got this little baby guitar from my dad, and I fell in love with it. I'm actually going to school for music production, so that is kind of my first love, has always been music. Server on the side, music lover at heart.
Nice.
Yeah, I play piano, I sing, I do a little bit of everything.
Okay, and you were going to school for audio
Music production
music
and music
production?
business. Yep.
Okay. Music business and music production. That's
Hmm.
amazing. CiCi
Yeah.
was nice enough to invite me onto onto her campus, and I got to record in the studio up at was it Scottsdale Community,
Hmm.
I believe. Um, Amazing community, dope students, and your professor was super nice and chill. And he was actually surprised. He told me that he was surprised that I came there like, you know, ready to work. So,
You would be surprised how many people don't. Um,
how
it's
many
crazy. Are the
people
people
don't come
that
ready
would
to
walk
work?
in with like one really bad quality MP3 of something, and then we were supposed to use that to make a whole song. It got a little crazy. So.
Yeah, yeah. No, you gotta do it right. It's to like you make those right
Mhm.
investments, and it all comes back to you tenfold. Um,
It does, and it all comes down to the effort you put into it.
and I just tagged you on Twitter, by the way, so you can share the video with
Oh,
everybody.
yay. Thank you.
Yep, and it's also live on YouTube. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're back home and everything with your family and friends, go ahead, share the video. Let everybody know that we're live and that we're going to go ahead and get this party started.
Absolutely. That is what I'm doing right this second. Like, we got to make sure we got the party started, that everybody's in here. It's going to be a
Yeah,
good one, right?
yes. It's definitely going to be a good one. Let's see. I'm sorry for. Okay, so we went over how we met. What's your
Mhm.
first memory smoking cannabis?
Oh, man. So, do you want the very first time that I smoked a little when I was also drinking that night? So, it wasn't like full on just enjoying it, or the second time, which wasn't just one time, it was an entire art festival weekend.
Oh wow! I mean, we got time to hear both. So,
Yeah.
what do you want to talk about?
Okay. Well, I guess I'll talk about the very first one first because there's not as much of a story to it.
Mm.
Um, it was my ex was the one who introduced me to it. What was
Okay.
funny is
So,
I
how
didn't
old
actually
were you when you
18.
first smoked cannabis?
18. I had actually wanted to try it for the longest time, but I lived in little small town Podunk, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
So
it's probably pretty hard to come by some cannabis
It's
out there.
hard. It is. And if you don't already happen to have those connections, like, how are you supposed to find it? I actually remember one time I was in that town. I was just walking around. This was before I had started smoking myself.
Hmm.
A guy literally saw me across the street, and I guess I looked like a hippie or something because he literally ran across towards me asking me if I had any weed or if he knew where he could buy some. I was like,
Wow.
sir? Sir?
Sir,
I
you
think
read
I was
my
like
mind. I was
17 at the
actually
time
looking for
too.
some cannabis.
He knew where he could buy some.
Wow. So, you were 18.
Mhm.
You, had you ever thought about smoking cannabis before then?
Yeah, so again, I had really been wanting to try it for the longest time. For years, I had been kind of trying to hunt it down, but with no success. But finally, my ex who I was with then smoked. So I was able to, I visited him. We were in Penn State. We were out, we went out and sat on this little outdoor bench right next to the dorms, which looking back in Pennsylvania,
Probably wasn't the
a little bit
smartest
ballsy.
place. Where
That's
how
all I'll
were the
say.
cops on cannabis in
Hmm.
Pennsylvania? How were the cops on cannabis in your neighborhood?
Oh no, if you smoked, you were the part of that like deadbeat group. The cops did not look well.
Ah,
And they were racist about it too, but yeah, no, they did not look well on it if you had pot use. So there was a lot of paranoia that went along with smoking weed back in Pennsylvania. I'm
mm,
so glad that paranoia is gone now.
yeah,
Because it used to be pretty constant. If you even had like a little dime bag on you when you were walking around and you saw a cop, you just look straight ahead, keep walking.
yeah. So you're pretty excited about Prop 207 passing.
Very, I like because it's just amazing to me how much it can change lives because it changed my life so much once, not the first time that I smoked, but the first time that I really started smoking regularly when I moved to Phoenix because I finally got my card.
Okay.
It changed my life. And I've met so many other people whose lives it's changed. Just the
Now,
fact that it's widely available now, it just makes me really happy because I want to see other people happy.
yeah. Now, can you go into detail about how you say it changed your life? Because um, I've talked to guests before, and I all the time how I use cannabis because uh, I tore my ACL, MCL, and meniscus in my right knee in football. Now, that also, in addition to ankle injuries and other pains and aches, I started to develop a small dependency on pain meds that were prescribed to me after surgeries and all of this. I did not want to see my life go down that dark path. So
No.
I had to make a decision for myself and for the future, which I had envisioned for myself. And that was to finally give medical marijuana a try. Um, I really was against it at first, honestly.
Yeah.
I wanted to go into politics before radio broadcasting and entertainment. And I couldn't do with the politics of politics, you know? Like,
That's a good way to put
you're
it.
supposed to be in the business to help the people. It's not about, playing politics. But I really want to help people. So that's another reason why I started Cannabis and Coffee is because I want to educate people on the medical and on the not only the medical uses, but my experiences, good and bad, of cannabis, and those of my guests who have good and bad experiences with cannabis.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, just the more information is out there, the more you know, the better you can decide for yourself. But as far as why it's so important to me and how it changed my life is a little backstory. I'm bipolar. I have anxiety. I guess I'm just like a stereotypical crazy, whatever. But really, the down to earth to it bit is I just struggle many days just getting up from bed or trying to do the dishes or going to work because I have this like constant voice screaming at me and my brain is just going a million directions one moment because I'm also ADHD, the whole smorgasbord. Like it's fun. We got a party going on. But for weed, the first time that I smoked it really on its own, because I had only smoked while drinking with friends here and there occasionally, which is not the same thing. And I noticed it just slowed me down and it helped calm my thoughts. I could have greater control of the direction they were going in. And because I was just in a better mood, it was easier to do the things that I didn't want to do. I'm going to be graduating with close to a 4.0 GPA. I credit almost all of that to the fact that I was stoned as hell for every single I worked on. I have this great story I like to tell about how I had this 8-page lab report that was due for my science class. It wasn't super complicated, but there was like some math involved and there was a whole lot of research. I hadn't been smoking for too long, only like a year, and I got this 1 gram joint, which to me was a lot back then, you know?
Yeah.
Basically the entire thing, finished the paper within 2 hours while watching TV, and I got an A+ with a great job and a smiley face on it.
Wow.
So it helps me focus and get down to it and just feel good
Shout
about
out
it.
to weed. Excuse me.
And it's funny because I know it doesn't affect everybody like that, but I think for me, just because it helps slow me down when like my brain's going so fast, for some people it might put them to sleep, but for me, it just gets me into like a normal zone.
Yeah.
Exactly
I know
what
some people that are like completely crippled by it. Like, but I wonder sometimes like, is it all types of weed or is it just like indica that strongly hits people, or like do people actually just get knocked out from both?
Yeah, and you know what? The question too is how much does that depend on person to person? Because I know for my boyfriend, he can't feel the difference between an indica and sativa. Like
Really?
it just does not matter to him. And I've known 1 or 2 other people like that. Meanwhile, I feel like I can normally tell, even like if you hadn't told me what it was, you know, depending on how on my game I am that day. And I can definitely feel the differences between different strains. Like there are absolutely personalities to each strain to me. But I do want to look into the science of that actually. Like, does everyone feel the difference between sativa and indica?
That's something I'm gonna have to try. I've been looking for investors for a weed show.
Yeah.
I would love a stoner gaming show, and so yeah, I'm looking for that to
That would be
get in the works
amazing.
next year, sometime. Let's see. What do you think about cannabis becoming so mainstream, with over 35 states having it legal and or recreational, and with medicinal? What are you thinking about this? Like, I know you're happy
Yeah.
because it's going to be easily found, but are you worried as a patient that it might shorten the supply? It might cause a big squeeze on the market?
Well, for one, there's already been shortage on flowers, so we've been feeling that already. I know in Arizona,
Yeah.
I have. I mean, I'm not really too worried about that because as demand grows, so is supply.
Mm.
Like the industry is just going to grow more and more. And I love that it's being normalized now because there's also the fact that someone who's using it medicinally, they're not instantly going to be demonized the same way because marijuana is becoming so normalized. And I love that not just that it's being legalized across the states, but that societal opinion is slowly shifting.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, again, I think it's just really special because I think it should be normal. I think it should just be a thing, you know? It should just be another medicine out there / it's fun.
Nice. So what are your do you have a few favorite grows in Arizona?
Uh, Favorite growers?
Yeah, like from the dispensaries, the what companies are growing the best cannabis to you?
Ooh, that's a good question. I have favorite dispensaries, but I don't always pay as much attention to the brand that I'm getting. Now, as far as dispensaries go, and actually they have name brand products. I really like their homegrown flower. MUV is really good in my opinion.
You said MUV?
Mhm. I think they have like 1 or 2 locations. I know you might have heard of like MUV vapes.
Yeah,
I think
I've
they might
seen
have
those
edibles.
vapes before.
Yeah, they have. I'm pretty sure they have house grown flower too. I tried it one time.
Okay,
Amazing.
nice. Have you now I know that there's a company out here called True Infusion, and I've spent a grip with them. They have some of the best flavors, and they come in this. I'm not sure who all have the company, but the dispensary I was texting you about the other day, uh,
Hmm.
the AZCS, who I just recently grabbed, um, Death Star crossed with. One second, I gotta find this because you gotta hear this name. Okay, so it's Death Star crossed with King Musa.
Oh, okay.
It's so bomb, so bomb. Also, I had to go grab this mask to do a shameless plug. So,
Oh
ladies and
my
gentlemen,
gosh. I love that.
$10 on the website,
I
free
wear that at the
shipping,
grocery store.
free shipping. Just a quick commercial break. Just a quick commercial break.
Man, I wish I
Also,
had merchandise yet. Ah.
the cook, which is on display at Arizona Cannabis Society out here in Glendale. I'm gonna go drop a bunch of these off so some customers can go through and pick up cookbooks. All right, so that's it for that commercial break.
No, you know what? That's amazing. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing too. Is working on a recipe book. Or I have stickers coming in the mail soon. They're going to be uploaded.
Beautiful. Did
Very,
you go through
very
Sticker Mule?
Hmm?
Did you go through Sticker Mule?
So for these ones, I actually bought them from a friend, and she
Okay,
designed and ordered them.
nice.
I don't know. I might. I have more stickers I need to get. I only have one that's so far, or
So
one thing so far.
I'm gonna send you a referral link because yeah, so we'll both get plugged, and they also send deals after you
Ooh.
order with them. They send like weekly or so deals.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm
you
down
just
for that.
gotta like stay on the yeah, and I'm working on the next design for the cookbook, the new lunch version. So I got a lot of stuff that is gonna be coming out in the spring. I'm um my biggest thing is the smoking accessories. As you can see, with rec finally happening, I'm super stoked because it's opening up doors for a lot to happen. And
Mhm.
hopefully the MORE Act gets passed or a bill that's um, as helpful as the MORE Act or gets passed through Congress and it decriminalizes marijuana nationwide, because the MORE Act would
Yep.
allow it would put a tax on marijuana, but it would also allow people to apply for small business loans for them to start companies based off of cannabis and hemp. So I would be able to get funding for all of these different cannabis ventures
Which would be
through
amazing.
business things. And that's with anybody. Like anybody would be able to go and apply for those small business loans for them to go get a dispensary or go create a rolling paper company or a smoking accessory company. So that's one thing. Do you have a favorite strain?
Oh, of course, I have a favorite strain. Um, okay, I technically have two. I have my common one that I can actually find, and then I have the
Mhm.
one that I can almost never find, but it's my true favorite.
Okay, which
That
one?
burr, I absolutely love. I smoke it all the time. Vape it. I adore it.
Mm,
But purple sour diesel, I've only had it twice. It's like this
purple sour
premium
diesel.
top tier, super expensive bud. It is so good.
Did you say purple sour diesel?
Mhm.
Wow. Okay.
It's very purple. It's very sticky and dense, and it's amazing.
Now, do you remember what dispensary you found that one at?
Oh God, this was like 3 years ago. I
Oh
honestly can't
wow.
remember. I
So
found it
you
at two different dispensaries close within
nice.
each other, and then I haven't been able to find it again.
So are you a fan of flavors, or like do you prefer um a more earthy flavor or more fruity flavor when you're smoking?
I kind of like the citrusy, almost like a little bit spicy flavors, kind of when I smoke. Sort of like that little sativa hybrid taste.
Okay. Yeah, that was my next question. So do you tend to lean more towards sativas?
I like sativa hybrids. I mean I like hybrids mostly, just because I feel like it's a good balance. I'll do
Hmm.
indica if it's late at night and I want to go to bed, but other than that, sativa hybrid all the way.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, I want you to try out some stuff. I do have a few favorite strains. One company that I've been in love with since I've had their flower is the Cookies family.
Okay,
They've come out with like the Girl Scout cookies, Gary Payton,
classic.
Georgia Pie. What else have I had? Mickey Buns. Um, Man, they've had so many different flavors, but the quality is consistent, and
That's
um,
important.
we don't really have that many dispensaries out here in the valley that sells them. So like you're like limited to really like any harvest location,
Mhm.
and it's almost sold out the same day that they get the shipments in.
That's
Like,
crazy.
yeah,
Okay, you're making me want to try that so
I'm telling
badly
you.
now.
I'm telling you, listen, it's cheetah piss is the best strain I've had from cookies. It's cheetah piss, and then the sticky buns taste like Cinnabons.
Oh, I love
Like
that.
it legit tastes like Cinnabons. And the pancakes tasted like maple syrup. Like I was smoking maple syrup. Like their flavors are pretty dope.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try that then. I can't even remember what I have right now. I think it's like Cobalt Dream, maybe.
Nice. Nice.
Um, yeah, I want some Jack Earth, but
What's your favorite way to consume?
definitely through a bong, just because I like taking those big hits kind of, even though I cough a ton after it each time.
Hmm.
I love joints. It's just I will smoke an entire 1 gram joint by myself, and then I'll wonder where all my weed went.
True. I definitely like
I
stuffing.
wonder what happened to the weed. You didn't just smoke it all. No.
Definitely like stuffing joints. But the good thing is like a lot of once you're a med patient, like a lot of the dispensaries have deals.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to go and find which dispensaries have deals, and then like some of those places you end up like becoming, like, hey, this is my grow up. This is where I'm going to go and get my meds from. And so out here in the valley, I'm sure there are more, but so far I've been to over 12 or 13 dispensaries, and I've narrowed them down to two that I go to. And those two are the Arizona Cannabis Society and Nature's Remedies. I think I texted you about Nature's Remedy the other day. They have
Wait, Nature's Remedies or Nature's Medicines?
is it Nature's Medicine Remedy or something like that, or what is it?
I
I
think it's
think
Nature's
Remedy
Medicines if I'm thinking
in
of the
their
same
name.
one. Because that's actually the one that I go to more often than not. Even it's way out of the way for me. It's like a 30-minute drive, but I'll still go to them.
So is there a Nature's Medicines and a Nature's Remedies?
Maybe?
No. Okay, it's a Nature's Medicines. Yes, you were right. Nature's Medicine.
Yeah, no, I love that place. Oh my gosh, you definitely have to order ahead because that line takes so long
Yeah.
every time.
Well,
But it's so worth it.
yeah, you're quite far away. The one that I
Yeah.
go to is on Grand Avenue. They have a new location on Grand Ave, and it's probably 10, maybe 15. No, it's not 15. At max 15 minutes with traffic from the Van Buren.
Really?
Yeah, it's like right, and it's right on Grand Avenue, like Grand Ave, like
I
right
don't
past
think that's the
Grand
one.
Ave and
Maybe that's the
43rd Avenue.
wrong one. See, the where I'm still pretty far from the Van Buren now.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, I'm not that far. I had to like think about it in my head. I haven't even been to downtown Phoenix in so long. This is so sad.
Yeah, soon though.
I
We'll be
didn't immediately think of how
back.
many minutes it was to downtown Phoenix. That's a little sad.
And so this one's it's not too far from there, and they do the $59 halves every day.
That's why I go to Nature's Medicines. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's
You,
that's pretty solid.
you know though, I don't know if it's by you. Do you ever use Superb?
Um, no, I saw it though. That and Grassip.
I've gotten $100 and $14 ounces from them before if you do it on the right day.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, the AZCS. So they do this at least two, maybe three times out of the week. The deal that I sent you was like an off day deal, because that was the day that you were looking for stuff. But the deal that they had today, check this out. Let me go to my text. So they said they had $119 ounces, $99 ounces, $50 halves, $59 halves, $99 halves, and $120 halves.
Wow.
That's their Sunday flower specials. So definitely, whenever you get a chance, go through there, and especially if you're going to use that first time patient deal, because you can use that and get that half, and then get a whole ounce for what, $50.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it. Oh, by the way, super quickly, I literally just noticed this. So it's the CC sound and it's just two C's. It's not CiCi. I changed it to two C's because I think I'm cool.
I got you. I definitely didn't notice that. Let's see. I do have a few more questions I wanted to get with you before we hopped off. You have a favorite celeb, dead or alive, that you would like to smoke with?
Oh yeah. Do you know how badly I want to smoke with Rihanna? This is really, really badly.
So alive, Rihanna.
Yes.
Okay. No,
Dead?
no issues there. I would definitely love to roll a blunt and smoke with Rihanna.
I want to talk business with her. I want to sit down, get high, and talk business.
Yeah, I feel you. So somebody dead, who would you want to smoke with?
You know what? Not necessarily a celebrity, but people have been smoking back so long, like the early Buddhist would. I would be down to smoke some weed with some monks, actually.
Nice.
I think that would be a pretty chill time, way back in ancient times, you know?
Quite
Or like maybe
enlightening.
the Egyptians.
Yeah, that's some quite enlightening stuff right there. All right, what's your
Yeah.
craziest smoking story?
Okay. So about this, I'm actually literally about to post a YouTube video about this.
Nice, nice. So
Check
you
out
give
the
us a
CiCi Sound
preview.
YouTube.
What is it?
The so my YouTube channel is just the CiCi Sound, I believe. But my story is about my mac and cheese incident. I made this was the second time I'd ever made edibles. The first time also went interestingly. But this mac and cheese, I put a ton of butter in it that I had made. I took it to a party. I also had a plate of regular mac and cheese, so there was no excuse to eat too much of the pot mac and cheese. Like there was an entire pan of normal mac and cheese next to it.
Is that how you say it right there? The CC sound on YouTube?
Yeah, you're just missing a space between CC and sound, but you got it.
Okay.
But yeah, so there was no reason to overeat the mac and cheese, except it was so good with the weed butter in it. Like the herbs tasted so good with the cheese. Like it was literally heaven. So I didn't like start with a quarter cup or anything of mac and cheese and then go from there like I should have. I had a giant serving, ate it immediately, didn't wait, went back and had another giant serving, ate that immediately, while also participating in a White Claw challenge. And I ended up.
I can't blame you because the claw is the law.
The claw is the law. I got to 7. I got to 7 plus the mac and cheese. Wow. So anyway, long story short, I was on that couch the rest of the night in the living room while the party was going on and they were playing King's Cup and everything. I felt people trying to draw in my face and I had to go like, Wow. I survived. But
that's horrible.
Yeah, that was the mac and cheese incident.
Do you have a favorite weed movie?
I don't know that I have a favorite weed movie, but I have a favorite drug movie, if that counts. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
You say what now?
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Technically, weed is included in their little smorgasbord they have. But Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, it's honestly one of my favorite movies of all time. Like I couldn't even think of another one just because Hunter S. Thompson, crazy guy, but amazing.
Wait, you said Fair Love in Las Vegas?
No, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh. I don't know why I just said Fair Love in Las Vegas.
Oh, Fear and Loathing. Johnny Depp as Hunter S. Thompson. Best role he's ever played, in my opinion.
Wow.
With the top-rated app,
let's see.
Deposit checks and transfer money anytime, anywhere. Banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the
Hotel on Acid.
Like,
That's a good scene to check out.
Yep, even easier than that.
Oh yeah, that's gonna have the lizards, I think.
This is nice cinematography right here. When was this? 1998.
Oh yeah, that was a while ago. I can't believe you haven't seen it.
It came out when I was 7 years old.
This is a classic, in my opinion. I've watched it from start to end so many times I can't count.
Remember your face.
Holy shit! Yeah, he's tripping out. Acid. Nice. That looks like a good movie. I'm gonna have to check that out. I've never actually heard of this for some reason.
Really? Hunter S. Thompson?
Yeah.
He was a journalist, an author. He used to work as a journalist, and then he like wrote about it. But yeah, he has this book, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's basically about him going to cover these bike races, and he has this entire suitcase full of paraphernalia.
Wow.
And they just basically go through as much as they humanly can while they're in Las Vegas covering this bike race.
Solid. That's pretty solid. I mean, because what else do you do in Vegas besides drugs and now see the Raiders?
I don't think you can do Las Vegas better than they did. So
moving forward, what are your plans going forward? With
my plans honestly are to have my blog take off and to sort of get everything jumping. So I guess quick little plug. I'm CiCi again of the CiCi Sound. Go to theciCisound.com. It's just 2 C's. And I want to keep talking about weed. I want to keep writing about weed. I want to keep trying to help others and educating others. And I'd like to make writing about cannabis my career. That is the end goal.
all right, where is that at now? There we go.
Awesome, thank you.
Had to get that typed in. So
Yes,
do you have any plans on creating music still?
I do. It's a little bit on hold for right now, just because especially what I was getting into was corporate audio, which was doing like audio and production for events, like large events or large music shows, and those just don't really exist right now. So honestly, I'm kind of just writing in the meantime, and I want to make writing my career, but music, I kind of know it's in my heart. I'm still practicing every once in a while, but I feel like it's something that I'm gonna get back to, because for me, it's just such a community thing.
I definitely understand that. I mean, it was a pleasure having you perform at my show.
Thank you. It was amazing being there. Thank you for having me.
Oh, anytime. I love working with artists who are reliable and, show up and get the job done, So like you made it a pleasure to work with you. And obviously, I had to invite you on the podcast so we could spread the news about your podcast, your website.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, let the people know who you are and introduce you to, the cannabis and coffee family, So this was a really great time sitting down chatting with you. I do want to make sure that everybody check out CiCi's website, the CiCisound.com.
This way. Yeah.
Yeah. And also make sure you check out the merch. I just dropped some new merch. Got new hoodies out, new designs, new merchandise designs on the website. And guess what? Free shipping code is LA Ships. Masks are only $10, so get your mask. And free shipping, LA Ships. Make sure you get your mask and make sure you support CiCi on her website and on YouTube. Is the CiCi Sound, but with the space between CiCi and Sound. So make sure you all going out and supporting. And this podcast will be on Spotify and other platforms later on in this week. I thank you all for tuning in. CiCi, I really appreciate you coming on to the show.
And I'm so glad that we actually finally got to do this. I feel like we were talking about it for a while. Yeah, thanks again for having me on this. And I guess obviously thanks to everybody for watching. This has been super fun.
Yes. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah. All right, thanks.